Hello, guys. I hope you all are doing very, very well. Manchester City have defeated Aston Villa 4-1, the fourth place team, 4-1 with four goals as they're looking to gain ground, plus four on Liverpool for their fourth consecutive English Premier League title. The first time that it would have ever been done in the history of the Premier League. Fourth Premier League title to gain ground with a plus four over the top team on the table. Four goals in the victory right after the Arsenal match. This was a very big match today because the Premier League may ultimately be decided via goal differential. Well, City, right after the conclusion of Liverpool and Sheffield, City will have two matches against the bottom five against Nottingham Forest in Luton, whereas Arsenal and Liverpool only have one remaining match left against the bottom five. That would be Everton for both clubs. So City have more opportunities to give a cushion to that point differential. And should I add that Chelsea this year, they're not going to be automatic 3 points. Chelsea drew twice against Man City. They haven't beaten Chelsea yet. Arsenal drew against Chelsea 2-2. Liverpool drew against Chelsea in the opening match 1-1. So it seems like Chelsea are up for it when these big six matches are upon us. They don't seem to drop those points against the big six, even though they are 12th in the Premier League table. So Chelsea is going to inevitably be a very tough opponent for Liverpool and Arsenal, and Arsenal and Liverpool. United is always plays Arsenal tough. Liverpool, they haven't gotten a win in two matches against United yet this year, but to keep an eye out for the goal differential. If Liverpool lose a match, Man City, let's say they win the remainder of their matches. Liverpool win all of their matches, but they lose one. The Premier League winner will be decided by goal differential because Liverpool and City have drawn twice this year. And notice how this is without Kevin De Bruyne. This is without Erling Haaland. This is a virtual warm up for Manchester City right now. These clubs they're not going to have an advantage over the other in Europe because Liverpool are looking to go far in the Europa League, and Arsenal and City will be in the semifinal of the Champions League according to my projection. It will all come down to how the three clubs fare when they face off against Wolves in Tottenham. All three have to face Wolves in Spurs. It will probably come down to how they do against Tottenham or maybe even West Ham if they're here to spoil the party. I think after Liverpool booing the anthem, it'd be pretty poetic if West Ham get a result against Liverpool and then West Ham laid down the final match of the year. Manchester City, the team that Haaland scored his first Premier League goal against, West Ham could potentially, with a double or a hat trick, win the Premier League through goal differential. So this would be the most you can't script it any better. Is if it all comes down to goal differential. If Liverpool and City are level at points, but and this is the thing. If they don't beat Sheffield by 3 goals, then City have gained ground on the goal differential against a tougher opponent. So Liverpool have to absolutely they're going to win the match against Sheffield United. They're going to have to gain ground on the goal differential. This is what they have to do. But again, if City are level with Liverpool and Arsenal are temporarily a point ahead, everybody is watching that match across the country in the United Kingdom, if Liverpool are up 3-0 at halftime, no one's going to watch the second half of that game. So I believe Liverpool and Sheffield United is going to be a scripted, tight game. So pairs of eyes are glued onto that screen for the entirety of the match, well into the second half of the match. So again, I will break it all down tomorrow, but after today, City have kicked in extra gear. They're not on first gear, they're on second and third gear. Sitting De Bruyne sitting Haaland is gonna get a response out of him. This is a proper. Well, you would have figured that De Bruyne would have rested against Crystal Palace, but hey, they did so against Aston Villa. They're the fourth place team, but they're tired right now. They don't have squad depth. This is why we see Villa. They don't have the squad depth like the other top three clubs, so they're going to inevitably drop some points down the line. So be on the lookout for goal differential. This is going to really impact the title race. Erling Haaland can win the Premier League through goal differential. Again, if Liverpool and City are level, Liverpool lose a match and City keep on winning to be tied, this thing may have fireworks at the very end of the year on May the 19th. Again, it shouldn't be automatically assumed that, Klopp's farewell, Premier League. If he's in the Europa final, that is his final match. And in his farewell, Jurgen Klopp can end the perfect season of Bayer Leverkusen. To end the perfect season of Bayer Leverkusen, to win yet another European trophy with Liverpool. May the 22nd, this is his last match. His last match has to end in a trophy. And it looks like we are seeing that happen potentially with Massimiliano Allegri with Juventus if they decide to move on to a different manager. But Juventus can always win the Coppa Italia. For Liverpool, they are due for the Europa League title. Liverpool, their last match, if they're in the Europa final, May the 22nd, 3 days after the last day of the English Premier League.